Hello, this is Photography Gamer, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm reviewing Blood Bowl 3 Brutal Edition. It's on PlayStation, Switch, Xbox and PC. Blood Bowl 3 is a turn-based fantasy sports game developed by Cyanide Studios. The Brutal Edition features cosmetic items for Black Orcs and Imperial Nobility, as well as an exclusive ball, cheerleader and 1000 warpstone. Okay, what's it like to play? Well, the game starts off with some simple and effective tutorials. Then it's off to stage-based game modes. Sadly, you can't just start a career like a normal sports game. No, you've got to create a team first. The team creator though, I'd say is pretty good. Nice options, good options for kit colours and the banners in particular. But your team cannot be used in both modes of the game. So you have to make a team for online and a team for offline, meaning there's a huge amount of double handling. Why you can't use a team in both modes is beyond me. And when you factor in the issues I'm going to highlight, it really is a strange decision. So what about the actual games themselves? Well, I played Blood Bowl 2 and despite its flaws, it wasn't half bad for a turn-based fan. So Blood Bowl 3 must be an improvement, right? No. The game clearly has some major technical problems, as in almost every game I played, the opposition just ran down the entire game clock without even doing any substantial moves. At one point I literally went to make my lunch during a game, came back, nothing had changed. It clearly has not been tested and it was rushed out to make a quick buck because frankly, if this was an early access game, it would be laughed out of town. It would be an insult to calling it early access. In terms of moves, yeah, you can adjust your player's position, set up blocks, knock out opposing players, or just go for the Hail Mary pass. If you get tackled or drop the ball, the turn turns over to the other side. Most actions happen at the roll of a dice, so expect some pretty random outcomes. But as I said, this game is almost completely unplayable, and in this state, it should be pulled from the stores, seeing that games like Cyberpunk, which only had visual issues really, were pulled as well, but at least you could play them. Blood Bowl 3, this is a pure disaster. Adding insult to injury again is the lack of compelling game modes. It's all arcade type stage based stuff for the most part. You think having a career mode or a dynasty mode would be standard? No, of course not. Blood Bowl 3 is like a textbook example of how not to do a sports game. It's right up there with some of the worst games in the genre. One of the only plus points is the stadium presentation. The arenas have got really nice details. You've got this clean wide camera if you want to look at the whole pitch. Although the game, like I said, it's really not playable, but hey, it looks okay on the pitch, great. So visually, I'd say the menu presentation is poor, feels very low end, like free to play low end, if you know what I'm saying. The commentary has taken a massive downgrade, with lines being repeated almost every 45 seconds. You will be reaching for the mute button. The crowd effects though, they're very good. Okay, good and bad points. What's good? The team creator is a nice feature and the crowd effects are well done. Bad points, almost no game modes. The game engine is broken, online and offline, with no crossover. Why? The audio commentary, cringe. And all in all, it's such a badly thought out game, and it is a complete and utter shambles. Okay, verdict, Blood Bowl 3 is one of the worst sequels I've ever played. It takes the potential of Blood Bowl 2, and takes an almighty dump on it, and just you're left with this appallingly bad piece of work. It's almost unplayable, there are so few game modes, it's laughable, and the fact that you have to endure creating two teams, one for online, one for offline, so you've got to do it all twice. Wonderful, what a great decision. I strongly advise you to not buy this game. Save your money, because if you buy this, you'll be sorry, and you're basically funding shambolic game design in future, which I would recommend you don't do unless you want shit like this fed to you every month. It's a massive steaming pile of horse shit and I should avoid it at all costs. Please avoid it. Scoring, Blood Bowl 3 gets 2 out of 10. I feel like that's generous, but anyway, it's an absolute turkey of a game. Worst game of the year, there you go. Okay, that's the review. Thanks for watching. This is PG signing off. Thank you. I'm going to go back and see if the action's moved on.